Razor Ray, the new appointed All Blacks coach. Now, why do I think that is a fantastic move by New Zealand Rugby, and why am I super optimistic about the future of New Zealand Rugby with Razor Ray? Number one, his statistics. Look, he has an 80.85% winning record with Provincial Canterbury. He has an 83.76% winning record with the Crusaders. He has an 86.67% winning record with the New Zealand under-20s. He has a one-win record with the Barbarians, 1 from 1. So my three takeaways from that probably are misunderstood by the general public, and why I think that he is underrated compared to what a lot of people think of him. Number one, that New Zealand under-20s record, that is ridiculous. And why I say that, particularly in that age group, New Zealand under-20s, it's not really that professional, really. And you look at the other countries' under-20s programs, particularly England and South Africa. You look at the size of the South African under-20s when they're hitting the gym, the size of those players compared to the New Zealand under-20s, which are still somewhat amateur, and the England under-20s, the resources they throw at. Razor had absolutely no right to be as successful as he was there. That shows the caliber of the man. Number two, the Barbarians. Now, that actually annoyed me. They had no right to beat the New Zealand 15 last year in November. The Barbarians, typically known as a team of, from all around the world. They've never played with each other before. They have no idea who's inside, who's outside, the combinations. They come in for a one-off game. The New Zealand 15, on the other hand, that he played against, they'd been training all week. They'd had a game before that to cement some combinations. Somehow Razor seemed to get a team of probably hungover, basically, new combinations that had never even played with each other to beat a reasonably well-established All Blacks B team. That's ridiculous. I don't know how he did that, but finally, the Crusaders. Look, wow, 7 consecutive Super Rugby titles. That is ridiculous. And why is that ridiculous? Look, yes, he had some good players over that time, but particularly 2023. I think, you could look at this year and you'd say, on paper, the Crusaders arguably had some new players. They arguably had some weaker players than probably what they had before. But I just seem to notice that all these weaker players just seem to be playing with just a relentless confidence about them. They seem to just be technically so much better than previous years, and they just seem to, all of a sudden, these weaker players, you think, are competing against the greats, the Damien McKenzie's, the Sam Canes, the established front run players. Again, I put that down to Razor Robertson. So again, that Razor Robertson, yes, he doesn't have any international experience, but I think if you listen to those three takeaways I've had above, he's a magician, really. He has a different style. He's a positive sort of growth mindset sort of style. Another thing that I've noticed as well, you look at teams that he coaches and the coaches and the players working with him, they seem to have a lot of fun, even though they're in a high-pressure environment. You see numerous coaches smiling and laughing and having fun along the way, enabling them to be the best that they can be as people. And look no further than Ronan O'Gara, the former Irish fly half. He did a stint down at the Crusaders, and now the way he talks about Razor Robertson, he refers to him as a mentor. He absolutely cherishes the guy. Again, in summary, Razor Robertson, he's got a different personality. I'm sure he will connect to the new generation. He's more, perhaps more positive than previous coaches. He's not a tough taskmaster so much like arguably Steve Hansen was. And look, I'm just excited, and I think it's exactly what New Zealand Rugby needs. So finally, ooh, ah, Razor Ray, ooh, ah, Razor Ray.